Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines today. It may be Sunday, but that doesn't mean the news stops, and we've got a lot of it. Celsius CFO is arrested. Crypto is under siege, ladies and gentlemen. SEC locking on a new target in the space. We're going to get into that. And how about Ethereum fallout? We're going to talk about that. We may be seeing something very big here as an undertow to all of this. And the SEC and the great contradiction, and with all the progress that we've seen in this crypto space with fundamental news, we have a triple price prediction that may blow your mind that is based on some real past history and evidence. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove and everything that we're talking about here today. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter and also follow us on TikTok at Digital Perspectives, no spaces. We're putting out content there pretty fresh too, so make sure you give us a follow there. Looking right here, we see $2.462 trillion market cap. When you look at it in first glance, you think, well, there's nothing happening in crypto. Be careful. Be careful. You know, this last tail end of the year into the new year can be a very, very explosive time for cryptocurrencies. And we're going to get to that before we get out of here today. Looking right now, 54,500 plus for Bitcoin, Ethereum 4,100 plus, and Solana coming in at 191 and change. Cardano at 151 after taking a hit from being delisted from eToro. We're going to get into that in just a second. And XRP ringing in at a fire sale of 93 cents. Take a look at the range of price here. It dipped down all the way to 91 cents. Remember, we heard from CoinsKid a day or so ago and Dark Defender, and both of them tell us we could get into the 80 and 70 cent range and find support, and it's still bullish for all of the $4, $8, $13, all $27 plus. All of that is still in play, even if we find those lower support targets, according to those amazing technical analysts. So make sure you keep that in mind, not financial advice from me or anyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, the numbers are brought to you by purevpn. Down here in my description and comment section, if you go here, there is a massive sale on it right now. Let me click on it and show you where we go here. You're going to like this a lot. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's purevpn. Evade regional limitation and restrictions. Defend against MITM attacks. Leave no digital traces of your identity. Help hide your identity online. Dedicated IP to avoid getting banned from exchanges. Get it now. 88% off. Yes, it's an amazing deal. Don't waste any time. I'm telling you, there's so many great things out here. You got to make sure you check them out. Give them a click, and you will really, really be happy you did. Let's get back to the news real quick. Top side of the price is 9689. We'll keep an eye on it. I just want to congratulate right here and tell all of you, if you're not aware, I do have a link right here on my Twitter and in my description and comment box. iTrust Capital is blowing up. They've just started national TV commercial ads. It is a great product and great company, Mr. B. You're right. And congratulations to them. They have done so much in such a short span of time. And now they're dropping their monthly fees, and you get $100 worth of Bitcoin if you sign up and fund your account. And I tell you, it is the best way to buy crypto because it's tax-free once it's in there. So make sure you check them out. Taking a look right here, we see that the Celsius CFO was suspended after reports of an arrest in Israel. Well, we get into this. It's actually, it's bad press for Celsius, but nevertheless, it doesn't have a thing to do with the activities related to the company at all. So shout out to Alex Mashinsky there from Celsius. And, these things do happen from time to time, and we'll keep an eye on it. But if it's not related to us or Celsius directly, it's just something bad that happened, right? But let's talk about what is related to us, and it's crypto, right? And it's crypto under siege. This is ProCoin News, and you should be following them on the daily because they are the most up-to-date to news in crypto, and they give you all the news, not just some of it, right? And this is why I love this page so much and what these guys are doing. American crypto innovation under siege, and they have a daily counter here since the SEC versus Ripple, 310 days, 7 hours, 20 minutes, and 16 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, since the SEC has put their hand in the fanny of Ripple and XRP and all of us as XRP holders. Shout out to John Deaton. If you have not signed up for that class action lawsuit, I suggest you go to his page or Crypto Law US and really check out and consider doing so. He is the voice of all the XRP holders here. Looking at this, it is a stark reminder of what's coming. And again, I will be showing this counter because it really is impressive. Think about that. We're 310 days. We're almost 365 days, a full year here of this situation with the case and no resolution, which speaks broader to the entire crypto space and what's going on for all of us, and not just Ripple and XRP. And this has been the narrative that I know myself, digital asset investor, and others have been carrying since this happened. This case speaks more to the entire digital asset space than it does anything else. And you know who knows that better than anybody also? It's Charles Hoskinson, who's a great guy and a brilliant mind. And Jeremy Hogan, rightfully so here, says, ADA holders beware. eToro didn't decide to lose money for no reason. He's talking about losing money on the transactions of allowing you to buy ADA on their platform. The most likely reason to stop ADA trading for U.S. customers is a warning from the SEC. And if the SEC really wants to protect ETH, as I've been reading, who would it sue next? None other than the ETH killer, because he says it right here. Jeremy Hogan knows what's up, baby. He said, I've been watching the Ethereum free pass research that has been done by some smart and energetic people around here, and it instantly came to mind when I saw that ADA was under SEC scrutiny. It fits the narrative perfectly. Kill the ETH killer. This feels like an inside job to help keep a monopoly going for the Ethereum network, doesn't it? It's exactly what it looks like here. Charles Hoskinson being an original founder and creator of the Ethereum network who left to do Cardano because he knew it wasn't done right. Charles Hoskinson has always been an advocate for the Ripple case because he knew what the implications were and that they were much broader to the crypto space because of how Ripple was targeted over XRP. This guy knew early on what it was, and he stood for the entire crypto space and understood this case from the very beginning. And now it looks like he himself and his company are being targeted as well. This has to stop. And this is why I really am making a call to action, not just for myself, but I've been doing it. When you find Ethereum, ETHgate related material, ETH free pass related material, start tagging the Department of Justice Criminal Division and the FBI, because we need an investigation done on a criminal level to find out what is going on here. Because the appearance of impropriety is of the highest order. And I'll tell you, it also looks like there's criminality here from some of the video evidence that we have. It really does warrant somebody above my pay grade to look into this situation. And we should all be working together to tag those two entities immediately because politicians are sitting on their hands, right? Journalists are not going the distance. They run up to a point and then they stop. And now we have to ask ourselves, why are they stopping short of where we need to go here? And we have a voice big enough to get this done, and we should. Looking right here, we see even more evidence on the backside that what appears to be any kind of collusion between the SEC market agency and Ethereum, certainly in the early days, that needs to be investigated. But here's the other thing. While all of this is happening and Ethereum is getting a free pass, unstoppable domains migrated away from Ethereum and is now using Polygon because they can't deal with the fees for themselves and their customers. Link in the description if you want to use them, and if you need to get a .crypto, they got it. They got the best domains out. Gala Games is doing the same thing. Look at this. Ethereum gets the free pass. Ethereum goes to get a monopoly on launching projects in the billions of dollars off of their network. Off of their network. Because of a personal opinion of William Hemon, who at the SEC at the time says it's his personal opinion, but however, the market agency themselves, when the other chairmen are interviewed and talked about, and I just played a clip for you yesterday. You can go watch it and see it, or go to ProCoin News and look at it. And you can see clearly that, Hester Peirce and Robert Jackson, other SEC officials, all cited the William Hemon speech as guidance for the entire industry. But they claim, when asked if they could decide whether, or speak to the fact of whether Ethereum is a security or not, oh, I can't speak to that. But there's a great speech written by William Hemon that you should go look at. The great contradiction, while the monopoly plays out and is drilling people for money in gas fees and transactions, because it is clearly obvious it is not a solution for the future. Gala Games, one of the most recent ones to understand that, because ETH is terrible, we have decided to accept payment in other altcoins for Gala Games founders' nodes. You can now purchase with XRP, Bitcoin, Doge, and BNB, and more. Bye-bye ETH. So even with the advantage, even with the unique advantage they've been given in the free pass, people are learning that it's not a solution for the future. Now let's switch gears, because this really involves the SEC again in the great contradiction. This is Ballard Inc. Ballard Inc. is located in California and San Francisco area. It is an investment company. And basically here, what is interesting about this is Mr. B shared this, and I saw this, and shout out to BitBoy and JR, who's also sent this information to me. And this is basically a filing for the SEC. If you look at this on the SEC website, Ballard has decided to allow investments in 3 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, that are generally accepted to be currencies. Credit to BitBoy and JR right there, and Mr. B. And if you go to that filing, basically, well, first of all, let's go here so you can see this, and then I actually pulled the actual link itself. But you can see, in light of the extremely complex nature of legal analysis regarding cryptocurrencies to determine which ones are securities and which ones are not, Ballard has decided to allow investments in 3 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, that are generally accepted to be currencies and are not, and it doesn't finish, but obviously securities is what the word and phrase is there. Ballard Inc. under Code of Ethics says, currently subject to regulation by the SEC, these 3 cryptocurrencies are treated as non-covered securities. We'll get into that in a second. Outside of these cryptocurrencies, investments in other cryptocurrencies is prohibited. Please note the following. You may not use the 3 allowed cryptocurrencies to invest in other cryptocurrencies. Crypto-based derivatives are treated as covered securities. Participation in initial coin offering, ICO, is treated as participation in IPO and private placements. Participation in ICOs, IPOs, and private placements require approval by the CCO or the president. So there, that is from Ballard. Now, again, this is the SEC archives, the database for any company that files and registers with the SEC whenever they're doing anything. And this is exactly highlighted here, what I read you. I just wanted to show you the actual website of the SEC archives. The Edgar database is what they call it, right? Now let's get into this for a quick second, just for knowledge here. What is non-covered securities? Because I had no idea when I saw the term, but I knew we need to look it up. What is a non-covered security? A non-covered security is an SEC designation under which the cost basis of securities that are small and of limited scope may not be reported to the IRS. Oh, isn't that interesting? The adjusted cost basis of non-covered securities is only reported to the taxpayer and not the IRS. We may have to bring in Clinton Donnelly for this little piece of conversation. What is the difference between a covered and non-covered security? Covered cost basis means that your brokerage firm is responsible for the reporting cost basis and the sale information to the IRS. Non-covered cost basis means that your brokerage firm is not responsible for reporting cost basis information to the IRS and will only report the sales information. So there is what we have on that so far. Now, I want to remind you, look, I mean, to me, this is just about how you report is the difference of these things, right? When they give it that designation. But let's pull back a second, right? Anyone can issue various types of tokens in the XRP or on the XRP ledger, ranging from the informal IOUs to fiat-backed stablecoins, purely digital fungible and semi-fungible tokens, and more. The XRP ledger is a decentralized exchange for all the money and all the value of the world. Once everything is digitized and tokenized, that's what it is for. And I have said it for many years on this channel, and even before I had a channel, everything runs on the ledger. I want to bring you to a point really quickly here where Ashish Birla reminded us that the Ripple Liquidity Hub isn't like Coinbase. It's an aggregate, right? It's an aggregate. It's a curator of price discovery, right? It sources all of the places that you can get whatever it is you're looking for and provides that, because the gentleman, when he announced that the Ripple Liquidity Hub was launching, asked him, oh, so are you like Coinbase? And he says, no, we see ourselves sitting on top of a Coinbase. So they're like a price aggregator, a curator for the best price for whatever somebody's looking for. Whether you want 500 million XRP or you want 10,000 Bitcoin or whatever it is, Ripple Liquidity Hub ties in all the different pertinent area or sources into one place to aggregate the best way to get that at the best price for a Coinbase. And then what else do we know? Some wallet by Wietse Wen and XRP Labs has just gotten regulatory approval from the Dutch Central Bank. Now you can get access to all the currencies, fiat currencies, paired around the world through the Sum app, but it's only available right now for Dutch citizens. How long do you think before that changes? Because what do we also know? Bhutan, Central Bank of Bhutan, is going to be launching off of the Ripple Ledger for their CBDC solution. What else do we know? The Republic of Palau partners with Ripple to develop their digital currency situation, which is going to be a CBDC backed by the US dollar, because the Republic of Palau used to be controlled by the United States government. And now, in its own sovereign nation, it is still an ally and in good standing with the United States, and that's why they're working together with them to launch a nationally backed stablecoin backed by the US dollar off of Ripple's ledger. Come on in. Who else does Ripple have on their private ledger with central banks and their CBDCs to come as they roll this out? And how ridiculous does the SEC look while the world is rolling out the real evidence that this is a bridge currency for all the money of the world, while we're being sued by the SEC and seeing real use case, real application of the Ripple Liquidity Hub being a price aggregator and curator for all the world to source what your needs are. And at the same time, central banks and provinces around the world launching off of that network, and yet the SEC is still trying to make the case that it's a security. Look, it would be laughable. The SEC case would be laughable if it hasn't cost Ripple and XRP holders independently as much as it has. It's not funny. It's quite damning, in fact. But you know what? This is our journey, and this is the journey we're on. I don't know about you, but I'm not leaving until this is resolved and beyond, right? Because I see what they're rolling out here, and they're using the smaller provinces and republics around the world to show you what is coming. It's like pulling back a little bit of the curtain, but not the whole thing. The show hasn't really started yet, because what is the show? The show is the world using it. And the reflection of that is the price of XRP once that happens, right? That's what I'm waiting for, and that's what I'm here for, and I'm not leaving till I get it. And in fact, how about this from Mr. Yo-Yo? And he's not coming out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. And if you remember, Dark Defender had a chart, and let me see if I can find that for us really quickly here. One second. Here it is right here. This is Dark Defender from back in February, right? Telling us that we could see these kind of fractals play out here over the next couple years. And you could see here, he has a $20 XRP, right? And he's talking about Q1 of 2021 or second quarter of 2021. Well, we didn't get to see that, and maybe that's pandemic related there, right? But then he talks about here where you could see a $125 XRP if these fractals play out. Well, that's what brings us right here to XRP Yo-Yo. He has a triple price prediction for January of 2022. It doesn't mean he's going to be right, but let me tell you the information he's using. He's using, because I talked to him this morning, and shout out to Mr. Yo-Yo, but this is what's interesting. He's using the same percentage gains for XRP and XLM and XDC from the last bull run we had in 2017, 2018. And if we get the same percentage gains from back at that bull run, XRP could peak and hit at $113. It doesn't mean it will, right? But it also doesn't mean that it won't. XLM could hit $38. Doesn't mean that it will, but it doesn't mean that it won't. XDC, $12, and the same applies. This is just really merely saying, hey, if we take the same gains from 2017 to 2018, which did happen, and if that were to repeat, this is what could happen. It doesn't mean that it will, and it's not financial advice from him or me. But I find it very exciting to understand that history doesn't always repeat itself, but it does sometimes rhyme. And anything close to that would be okay at my house. That's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you enjoy your Sunday with family and friends. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe. And let's keep this thing going. It's a hell of a journey we're on. And I do believe there will be a day when we can stop talking about the SEC and Ethereum and the unique free pass and advantage and the ETHgate. And all of these things will come to pass. I do believe it'll all get sorted out. And when it does, we can get back to really focusing on what we got here for to begin with, which is to get ourselves wealthy and to take care of our families forever. And that's why I'm here for sure. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Check out all the links in the description and comment section. And let me tell you, there's a really great specials in those links because it is Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming up. Make sure you check them all out. And I will catch all of you on the next one.